So there's a lot that we have been doing in the background. You are aware that we opened up by relaxing our visa regime as well to ensure that we can attract as many tourists from many other countries to be able to come into the country. And through the Presidential Delivery Unit, as well as the Public-Private Dialogue Forum, where we meet actually with private sector on the same table to be able to set the agenda together, how we are going to make sure that tourism moves in the right direction. Now, there are many things that have to enable tourism to be able to be successful in any country. We are going, yes, to attract many tourists to be able to come to Zambia, but they have to find us ready to be able to serve them and give them an experience that is far much better than they expect. Now, to be able to be competitive in that particular area, you need to make sure that your skill levels are very good. And that's why it was important that we had to look at the other, enabler, which is education, to ensure that we can be able to do this together with you as educators. And I'm glad to see that indeed we have many educators here who are now going to partner with us to ensure that we move the agenda of tourism further. Now, let me just thank all of you for your contribution to the successful hosting of the summit itself. And this second edition of the Travel, Hospitality and Tourism Summit has set Zambia's tourism education transformation agenda, I think, on another pedestal or on a new course. Now, the expectations basically for this particular summit was creating a platform of dialogue, of course, for stakeholders to help address local skills and also the knowledge gap that is there. Secondly, was to establish regional partnership for faculty development and also student exchange programs that we are going to embark on, or rather we've already actually started. And thirdly is to have an interactive forum for better understanding of the challenges and opportunities that exist in the tourism sector, to make sure that we present them in relation to our human development. Now, fourth is that ZITS, which is our basically institute which deals with human capital, in terms of adapting the tourism education guidelines as a toolkit from the UN one to reposition our tourism education for the local, regional, and international market. As you know, tourism, we are trying to make sure that we also promote local tourism. And this morning, we're just discussing with the minister, when we're looking at our numbers, the way they are growing in terms of just using an indicator for revenue from tourism levy itself. As you are aware, 1.5% is usually charged for every tourist that goes into any establishment that we have. But when you look at the numbers, and we are able to track, of course, international tourists through borders, entry border posts, but for local tourists, we are still perfecting the art of ensuring that we can be able to capture the numbers very well. Because by definition of a tourist is somebody who has left his home for more than 24 hours. And so even you, as you have come here from all these far-flung areas, from all the provinces, from northwestern, from northern, from Muchinga, from southern, western, Copper Belt, wherever you have come from, you are actually a tourist when you are in Lusaka.
I was given a name but apparently nobody knows the meaning of it, and some are telling me we're still thinking what is the meaning of it. But I take it it's good, because I'm proud to be here in Zambia, and I will consider myself, under your permission, sir, to say I'm a proud Zambian as well. Do we agree? One thing that I was sharing with the PS earlier is saying that he will have a problem on his hands, because now all of you has been converted to this wonderful sector of tourism. And I've once heard said that once you start entering into that sector, you wouldn't want to go back. And we're proud to have a room full of you over the 3 days. You stayed through, and we learned as much from you as you would have learned from the presenters. So on behalf of my colleagues, allow me to say thank you to the Ministry of Tourism, His Excellency Rodney Sikumba, also PS and your amazing team. And also, I cannot leave my sister out. I think I can safely now call you my sister, Madam Chairperson. She's been behind this, driving, and it was a real pleasure to be part of the inception of this wonderful summit that we have seen grown in the space of just 2 years and at a lightning speed. And I can tell you, you do things here faster than we are expecting it would be done. So congratulations to all of you. I think we've shared between the colleagues how tourism is very important also for us at UN Tourism. But also I must say it's very rare that you see two ministries coming together, because we know that tourism is very transversal. This morning we heard this wonderful presentation from Madame Chilala, whereby she said, even in mining you have tourism, even in health you have tourism. And it's very rare sometimes to see ministries come together and be there with tourism, because it is indeed a transversal sector. And I think it is wonderful to see, but also to appreciate when we see ministries coming together and putting their heads together to really push forward the agenda for tourism. I also want to appreciate all the partners that has been here with us. From our affiliate members, Ale, we have here the representatives with us. Also, the Swiss Education Group, as well as Les Roches, the University of Cambridge. They are all our key partners at UN Tourism, and we're very happy that they have joined us in this journey with you here in Zambia.
It is with great honor and rare privilege to be given the rare opportunity to give the vote of thanks on behalf of my fellow participants. On behalf of my fellow participants, allow me to thank Minister of Tourism through this, and more specific, Ms. Mlemwa and the team for successfully hosting this summit. We thank Ministry of Education for allowing us to participate in the summit, and also for the bold decision of collaborating with Ministry of Tourism and other partners. Many thanks to the Home Economics Association of Zambia, as this collaboration has widened the doors for teachers' interaction with many stakeholders in the world of tourism. We thank UN Tourism for the gestures of extending partnership with Zambia. We look forward for continued support and mentorship especially to its educators. We thank everyone who has taken part in ensuring that this summit is a success. To all discussants and key speakers, we are grateful for your contributions and unwavering response to take part in the summit. As educators, through the curriculum implementation, we promise to produce a clientele of learners that will compete favorably in the job market in the tourism industry. As teachers of home economics, we have never failed, and we will not fail. We wish you well and look forward to more collaboration and interaction in building capacities in the educators in order for them to provide effective and meaningful knowledge and skills to our learners.
Hello everyone, my name is Cedric Chuma for Financial Insight Zambia here at the Mulungushi International Conference Center, KK Wing, which is hosting the Travel, Hospitality, Tourism and Education Summit. And joining me right now is Elsia Grandho from the United Nations World Tourism Organization. Elsia, able to tell us a bit about your experience at this event and what exactly you're looking to see?
A very good afternoon, and it's always a pleasure for me to be back in Zambia, especially so in Lusaka, for the second edition of this summit. You know, this started off last year, and we were there at the inception. We've seen how the first edition has been built on to the second edition, and I must say that the thematic when we talk about education is central and core to the agenda of UN Tourism. It is one of the core priorities, and that is why also late last year we launched for the first time the Education Guidelines and Toolkit, encouraging our member states to mainstream tourism at the high school level. And we are very happy to see that Zambia has embraced it. In fact, it's the first country in Africa that has embraced this to mainstream it in their curricula. And we are there because we are working very closely alongside ZITS and also under the flagship of the Minister of Tourism to help Zambia in this journey as they want to really position tourism education at the high school level. And obviously, these 2 days has been very engaging with the participants because we are talking to educators, and we also have international delegates coming from various international institutions such as Les Roches, such as the Swiss Education Group, as well as the Cambridge University. They are all key partners of UN Tourism, and we work very closely with them to support the member states in really pushing the education agenda in the tourism sector.
Oh, that's very, very amazing. Elsia, merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup. Zikomo.
Yes, yes. Bienvenue en Zambia.
Merci.
Okay. That has been Cedric Chuma for Financial Insight Zambia. Get to know. Joining me right now is Catalina from the United Nations World Tourism Organization. Catalina, bienvenido a Zambia.
Muchas gracias. Zigomo.
Exactly. ¿Cómo estás?
I'm very good.
That's good. So able to tell us a bit about your experience being in Zambia and what exactly you've seen over the course of these few days that the summit has been held.
Okay. Like, this is my first time in an African country, and I'm lucky enough that it's Zambia. I had the opportunity to visit Livingstone before coming to Lusaka, and I had really enjoyed myself and enjoying not only meeting the people, but seeing the beautiful country that you have, the immense potential that you have in tourism. And I am very, very, very happy that I was lucky enough to come and also to participate on the summit that is ending today that has been a wonderful experience to see how the educators are so motivated to give all to their students in order to make a better country in education. And definitely we have seen that the cornerstone, education is the cornerstone of every sector, especially the tourism sector, that you have a huge potential on the tourism sector, the potential for the youth to get employed, and the importance of the education to the tourism sector and to the competitiveness and productivity of the country.
Yeah, and also in your portfolio under the United Nations Tourism Organization, you look at investments. Are you able to tell us a bit about how education actually improves the likelihood of attracting investment into this particular sector and how that can be used to drive more growth?
Qualified workforce, it's fundamental for every investor because they look if they will find people that will run their business. So it's a crucial point, and is right now it's more even important than ever before.
And what is your closing remarks, your word to people out there, your experience in Zambia? Just briefly.
If you have the chance to visit Zambia, please do. I already told my family and friends. I've shared all the pictures, all my experience, and hopefully I'll be able to be back with them for the holidays.
No, you definitely be welcome back. Thank you so much.
Good morning, so my name is Ed Casti. I'm the Chairman Vice President of the American Hotel Lodging Educational Institute. This is a major publisher and certifying body that's been developing programs and training and certification for the hospitality and tourism industry for the past 7 years. And our mission and mandate is to assist academia and industry deliver quality training to develop that next generation of hospitality and tourism students and professionals. And we're excited to be here in Zambia this week at the invitation of the United Nations Tourism. We were extremely blessed and honored that they have endorsed our high school program, and this is the very reason why we're here. One of the programs that we have and one of the programs that we're extremely proud of is our high school program in hospitality and tourism that we developed over 25 years ago. And about 1,500 high schools around the world deliver this subject, and we're extremely proud to sign an MOU with the Zambia Institute for Tourism and Hospitality Studies to launch this program across the country here in Zambia, and this is why we're here.
Oh, thank you. That's really, really amazing. So, important aspects of this particular summit is education.
Correct.
Are you able to tell us a bit about how education can actually improve the dynamics of the industry from the local currency perspective, and how it has improved your industry from where you're coming from?
Absolutely. First, I have to say how impressed I am with Zambia. This is my first week ever. I've been to many countries in Africa. I guess best comes for last. And very impressed with Zambians as well, I have to say. Very soft-spoken, but at the same time very ambitious, very passionate, committed, hard-working. And I think this truly can make a difference when it comes to international visitors, because to your point, the most important thing then comes to service and exceeding guest expectation. And this is where academia can come into play. It's about developing students to meet and exceed the expectations of international tourists that can be different from the local tourists. Many European, American, Australian tourists are used to a different standard, let's say. But this can be taught through academia, and we have developed many courses, both for high schools and tertiary university, to address this need and to bridge the gap between what academia needs to develop and infuse in terms of competencies within the students and the expectations of the industry.
It's been such a pleasure. Thank you so much for your insights.
Thank you so very much. Thank you. And I hope you guys like my chitenge, because I do.
No, definitely. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Joining me right now is Peter Muindi, all the way from the Kenya Utalii College, and he serves as Director of Studies there. Peter, how are you doing?
Thank you, thank you.
I guess we say mzuri?
Mzuri sana.
Yeah, welcome,
Yes.
welcome to Zambia.
Asante sana.
So are you able to tell us a bit about why you saw it important to be part of this event and the importance of this event, looking at it from the perspective of education, which is where you fall in?
I came to this event courtesy of Zambia Institute of Tourism and Hospitality Studies, who we are collaborating as two hospitality institutions in Kenya and in Zambia. And it was important for us, Kenya Utalii College, to be in this summit because it is discussing things about hospitality training and the gaps that are existing. And both of us, we are in that space of filling up the gaps of manpower development for this industry.
And also, are you able to tell us a bit about the Kenya Utalii College? What do you do? How long have you existed? And what exactly is the economic value in Kenya of the college?
Kenya Utalii College is a premier hospitality and tourism institution established in 1975. We are almost 49 years old. And the college is purposely built to train students to serve the tourism and hospitality industry. And we have been producing managers, waiters, chefs for all those years. And we are proud to say our alumni are everywhere in this globe. You go to Europe, they are well recognized. You go to America, good part of Africa, hotels are being managed by some Kenyans who are trained from Kenya Utalii College. Also proud to say so many Zambians have trained at Kenya Utalii College. Recently, we are the 50 Zambian students under the scholarship of Kenyan government to Kenya Utalii College for various faculties training in tourism and hospitality. So the economic value for Kenya Utalii College as a training institution, which is a government institution for that matter, has been so enormous because Kenya Utalii College, Utalii means tourism, has been synonymous with the industry for those years because it has been the key main supplier of manpower for the tourism industry. We've had a relationship with the NZIMPS for some time as sister institutions, and we are continuing that arrangement so that we can improve manpower development and service to this industry as we contribute in our way of training.
Joining me right now is Monde Osborne, who serves as the president of the Home Economics Association. Monde, how are you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm good, I'm good. So are you able to tell us a bit about your particular focus for being here? We understand that there is talks of incorporating tourism as part of the education curriculum.
Thank you so much. We are attending this summit on travel, hospitality and tourism as educators. I'm in charge of an association called Home Economics and Hospitality, and I'm the president for this association. Basically, our mandate is to see to it that the education of home economics and hospitality is well taken care of in all the schools and indeed in all the provinces. So we were invited here. We are stakeholders in this. We were invited because from last year, the Ministry of Education under the curriculum, they've been revising the curriculum itself, and a new inclusion has been made in home economics and hospitality. And this new inclusion is travel and tourism. Now we shall have travel and tourism as a subject in the curriculum of education. Now, what it will tell us is that in this travel and curriculum, this travel and hospitality subject, it's under the umbrella of home economics and hospitality. That's where you'll find, that's a pathway where you locate the travel and tourism. We are quite excited with this development because we realize that right now tourism is ranking amongst the 3 major economic sectors in Zambia. That is mining, agriculture, and tourism itself. So this is very good news for us, and we are here to be capacity built. We realize that there is really a gap with what we are doing as home economics and what is obtaining there out in the industry now. What we want to bridge here is the knowledge gap. We have been given the responsibility to offer this subject called travel and tourism, but then from our end as educators, as home economics, we do not have much content. So we are really banking on experts in the industry to offload that content.
Joining me right now is the Acting Permanent Secretary for Labor and Social Security, Mr. Zachariah Luhanga. Mr. Zachariah, how are you doing?
Fine, and I'm happy to be given this opportunity to have this short interview.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you. So are you able to tell us the importance of events like this firstly, and why you actually saw it fit for you to be here as well?
Good. So first and foremost, this event is very timely because as government, tourism is one of the priority areas. You may wish to note that apart from tourism, we have mining, agriculture, and manufacturing. Now, us as Minister of Labor and Social Security, our role is to ensure that we also contribute in these sectors, in ensuring that there's growth. Now, coming back to this summit, which is here, it's talking about skills in the tourism hospitality industry. To begin with, we have low levels of skills in these sectors. And for you to attract competition, you need to ensure that you have got the right skills in the sector. So it's a good initiative. We want to thank the Minister of Tourism and also Minister of Education. I've seen many of colleagues from Minister of Education. They are here to ensuring that the curriculum is changed to ensure that that path is there. After, we have emphasized a lot on academic, very limited on the practical pathway. So with the coming of this initiative and also the reviewing of the Zambia Curriculum Framework, which is running for 10 years, 2023 to 2033, this sector will also be given what it requires.